How you doing today, guys? This is Alex Gomez, your favorite teacher in this whole world. Today we're gonna find area of composite figures. Now, a composite figure is a shape composed out of different shapes, like rectangle, circle, square, all put together. They're gonna form an irregular shape. Now, why is it an irregular shape? Because most of the time it's gonna be asymmetrical, but that's not necessarily the case. Now, we have different things that we can do to find area of composite figures. Like on the first example right there on the right, we have a grid. And right here, this irregular shape is composed into 4 different sections. And we can find that section individually and just add it all up. So if I look at section number 1, I'm looking at this 2 half squares. Now 2 halves make a whole thing, right? So these 2 things right here is a 1 square unit. Now if I look at this shape right here, section number 2, that little piece right there is almost a full square, and that's kind of curved, and it kind of makes a half of the square, right? So I'm gonna call this 1.5. Now this one also 1.5. So I'm gonna count this as if it was a whole, and like if it was half. So this is 1.5. Now all I gotta do is look at the whole squares right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And to find the total area, all I have to do is add them all up. So I have 10 plus 1 is what? 11. 1 and a half and 1 and a half makes 3. So 11 plus 3 makes 14. And my area is 14 for that shape. Now that's the easy way. That's with the grid. Now I'm gonna erase this so I can move down. Now, if I look at this shape right here, I have another example. I'm gonna zoom in right here. So, first of all, how many whole squares do I have? 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm gonna start with 9 whole squares. Now over here, section 2, how much do I have in there?
A half a square.
1 half, so that's plus 0.5. Section 3, I have 2 halves that make a whole. And over here, just like on the other one, that one is almost the whole thing, and that's like half. So I'm just gonna call that 1.5. All I gotta do is add them all up. So 1.5 and 0.5 is 2. So 9 plus 3 gives me 12. So the area for this is 12 square units. Now, let's look at that. So how you put them in right here? So again, we had section 1 was how much? Section 1 was 1.5. Section 2, 0.5. Section 3, 1. And the total was how many?
12.
9. Right here. So 9 plus 1.5 plus 0.5 plus 1 gave me a total of 12. Any questions on that one?
Name.
That's easy. Yes, sir.
What do you find out number 1? Said
Huh?
there are something whole square. Above the one, section 1.
Right here?
No, above it.
Right here? Oh, how many whole squares in the figure? 12. There's 12 whole squares, right? Oh, whole squares, never mind.
9.
Complete squares, there was 9. Yeah, that's right. It was 9 of them. We counted them right there. Now, moving on.
Wait.
All right.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
All right. Moving forward. Right here. I want to zoom into this, and I'm going to rewrite these numbers so that y'all can see them better. So this right here,
That's 9, 9, 6.
9, 6, 9, 6. And those are meters, okay? All of those are meters. Now, this is a composite figure. Now, it's composed of 2 different shapes. So So if I look at this, I can come up with a big rectangle and a smaller what seems to be square. What did I say? What seems to be square? Because it looks like a square, but first I gotta find the measures to make sure it's a square, because a square has the same size, right? Same length for the sides. So we gotta find the area for the blue rectangle and the green what seems to be square. We're gonna verify that. So to find the area on the formula sheets for a rectangle or parallelogram is base times height, or length times width. Now if I look at the blue one, my two numbers are gonna be what? 9 and 6. So this is just gonna be 9 times 6, which is?
72.
9 times 6.
Oh, wait, no, it's not times
54, right?
54.
Easy. So this whole thing right here, the blue, is 54 meters squared. Now for the green shape, I gotta find the missing lengths, right? Because I don't have anything, but I can see them. Now, I know the distance from here to here is 9. I know the distance from here to here is 6. The distance from here to the bottom is also 9. And from here to here is 6. So that means I'm gonna have to subtract or add something to get the missing lengths, right? So let's do it with red. Now, if from here to here is 9, and this is 6, how much is this right here?
3.
3. It's just 9 minus 6, so this is 3. Now, from here to here is 9. From here to here is 6. How much is from here to here?
3.
3. So it seems like it is a square after all. How do you find the area of a square?
Length times width.
Length times height. 3 times 3, which is 9. So this square is 9 meters squared. How do you find the area of the whole thing? Add them together, right? So it's 54 plus 9, which is 63 meters squared. That's easy. Any questions on that one?
Nay.
Now I'm gonna move forward. Don't worry about this. We'll get the notes later. Let's look at the sample right there on the bottom. I don't care about this right now, because what I want you to know is the figure itself. So, let's look at this real quick. So, in this shape, this composite figure, what two shapes do I have that I can clearly see?
A triangle and a square.
Triangle and a
Rectangle.
rectangle. So I have my big rectangle. Again, formula for rectangle is base times height. What are my two numbers for my rectangle? 8 and 4. So it's 8 times 4, which is 32 feet squared. That's easy, right? We just multiply them too. Now for my triangle, I have a different formula. This is my triangle right here. For my triangle, the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So I gotta find my measures. What's my base in this one? On my triangle?
Yes. 2,
2. And my height? 6. Even if this wasn't given to you, you can find it by subtracting 8 and 2, right? But it's given to you. So 2 times 6 divided by 2. What's 2 times 6?
12.
12. 12 divided by 2 is?
6.
6. So 12 divided by 2 equals to 6. So the triangle is 6 feet squared. Now, how do you find the total? Add them together.
6.
So it's 32 plus 6, which gives you 38 feet squared for that composite figure. Any questions? Now the formulas of the shapes, you don't have to memorize them because they're gonna given to you in the formula sheet, but you gotta be able to recognize what shapes do you have in order for you to look for the formulas. Huh? Because the formula for a triangle is base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 BH. That it says 1/2 BH on your formula sheet, but you just learn it like this.
The square and the rectangle have the same formula?
No, the rectangle, base times height. Triangle, base times height.
Square.
Oh, yes. The square, there's actually a formula for square, which is S squared. But it's just length times width. It's the same thing, right? Because why S squared? Because you're multiplying the same number twice. But it's not given to you like that in the formula sheet. You will see it later on. Now, I want to do one more problem, but I want you to go to the A, B side. And I think we're going to do, I know we're going to do number 8, because that's a little more difficult. So let's clear this up and go to AB. Right here. Number 8 on AB side. Now, for number 8, it's a little more complicated because we have this thing that kind of looks like a rocket ship, right? So that we have a rectangle, we have a triangle, and we have a what?
Semicircle?
Semicircle or half a circle. It's very important to you to know that this is not a circle, it's a half a circle or a semicircle. When you see those keywords, you know it's half of the circle. So, we already know the formula for the rectangle, so easy to find it. Base times height. Base times height, that's 6 times 4, which is 24 meters squared. Easy. For the rectangle, it's easy. For the triangle, what was the formula for the triangle?
Base times height divided by 2.
BH divided by 2. Now let's look at this. What numbers do I know? Do I know the base and the height?
No, the height.
So this distance is 7. Everybody agree? Now from here
It's 3.
to here is gonna be the difference between 7 and 4. So this right here is 3. Now I know my two numbers, right? Base and height. Huh?
So it's gonna be 3.
How do I get 3?
It's gonna be 3.
Okay. Okay, the distance from this edge to that edge is 7. The distance from here to here is 4. And since this is a rectangle, that 4 can come back down here, right?
4 is 3 there.
7 minus 4 is 3. You gotta be able to recognize them. Now, I have my two numbers, so that's just 3 times 2 divided by 2. What's 3 times 2? 6. And half of 6?
Oh, 3 times 3.
So this right here is 3 meters squared for this one right here. Now the last thing that I have is a circle, semicircle, right? And I have a different formula. A equals pi r squared, but I show you like that, right? Pi times radius times radius. Now if I look at this circle, what is given to me?
A circle.
If I look at the circle, what is given to me? The diameter or the radius? The diameter, right? Because if I draw the circle, I have that line. That line is 4, and that line is the diameter. So my radius is gonna be 2, because half diameter is 2 times the radius, and radius equals diameter divided by 2. So my radius is gonna be 2. So it's 3.14 times 2 times 2. That's 4 times 3.14. When you multiply that, what do you get? 12 point, is it 56? $12.56? Now, am I done?
No.
Why not?
You need add.
Add what?
All the areas together to find out what's the total area of the whole thing.
So the area for the 3 of them? But do we have to do anything else to the circle? That's a circle. What's this?
Half
Half
circle.
circle.
What did I find?
The whole
12.
circle.
I found the whole circle, right?
So you divide that by
You
two.
divide by
I gotta divide this by 2. Don't forget half of the area. So the area for the circle, the semicircle,
6.28.
6.28 meters squared. Now I can add them all. I can add this, this, and this. So what's 24 plus 3?
27.
27 plus 6? 33 and 28 cents.
33.28. Meter square.
What is it?
33.28 meters squared. What if you had a shape how much of a circle do I have in there?
1/4.
1/4. So you have to find the area of the circle and then
Divided by 4.
by 4. So if I tell you that this is 2, what is that? Is that the radius or the diameter?
Radius.
Radius, because that will be the center of the line. Any questions so far, guys? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's it for today, guys. See you next time.